One of the things that I've heard a lot from people when we talk about the low level of Newstart is they say, well, get a job. And they say if people don't like living on the level of the dole, then they should go out and find some work. Now, I don't think anyone expects that the level of the dole would be as high as what it would be if you were in a well-paid job. And my experience is that most people who are on Newstart have been looking very hard for sustainable, meaningful work that will be well paid. And so I've come out today to a Centrelink office to have a chat with a couple here, Catherine and Abdul. And so I'm wondering, maybe Abdul, can you tell us a bit, how long have you been looking for work? How long have you been on Newstart?
I've been unemployed for almost a year.
Almost a year?
Yeah, almost a year. Yeah.
So you're looking for work in the finance sector, and
finance.
that's where your qualifications are and your training.
Yes.
So what's it been like living on the Newstart rate and trying to find work?
It's very hard, especially when you have a family and you have 3 kids. It's very hard to live in a dole, and also it's very hard to get a job at the moment. Everywhere you go, there's no job.
So you've got qualifications in finance. You've been looking for a year for
Yes.
a job, and then the last job that you looked at, it was 80 people for the one job.
For one job.
And what about you, Catherine? What's your background and what kind of work have you been looking for?
Well, I went back to do my diploma in graphic design 3 years ago. I used to work as a graphic designer. Due to some domestic violence issues in our family, ongoing problems, I lost my job through that. So now I've been out of work for a year and a half. I'm fully qualified, and I got really high marks at school. But unfortunately, with my limitations of childcare and being on my own and being out, need to get back into the industry that I want to work in, and still be able to care for my son the way I need to. And when I found out that my Newstart was being reduced, I was really, really scared, because I have been homeless before.
So when Parliament goes back, we'll be pushing to get Newstart increased by $50 as an affordable save. What would you say to the other members of Parliament and to members of the public about why we as a government should be spending money on increasing Newstart?
I think that would be great. Even that amount would help with for people to be able to eat properly, be able to function properly, and give them more self-sustainable look for work. Because I think there are a lot of people like you and I who want to work and have skills. We're required to work a certain amount. We may end up in jobs. I mean, I was cleaning just to subsidise my income from what was happening with Newstart, but again, I had problems with childcare and that sort of thing. So I think what I would say is, you really need to have a look, because people are really, it's becoming worse for people.
People have been looking for a year or two to find a meaningful, well-paid job that fits with their needs and that fits with their skills, and they still can't find it. Then we're obviously doing something wrong. But it's especially galling to know that while people like Abdul and Catherine are looking for work, they're put on such a low income that it potentially forces them out of work. It's not enough money to look after your kids, or it's not enough money for the new clothes or for their haircut or to get yourself job ready. We absolutely need to lift the level of the dole.